Welcome to the Poetic Documentary starring your very own Poetic, nobody else. Poetic, also known as Cameron Jordan Scott, you know what I'm saying? From Tallahassee, Florida. Getting it done. Put Tallahassee on the map, but they treat me like shit. But anyway, in this documentary, I'm going to, be talking about my life story, my upbringing and things like that. And also, I'm going to dive into my music. So I hope you guys enjoy this documentary. Let's get into it.
Alright, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the only Poetic channel. This is my very first documentary. In this documentary, I'm going to be talking about my life, my upbringing, things I've been through, about why I began rapping, about my current rap situations, and all that other stuff. So basically, this documentary is going to be centered on personal life stuff that I feel as if I need to, mention on my YouTube channel because I want to give the only Poetic channel more, life and clarity. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna dive into a few songs or whatever. You know what I mean? So let's get to it, man. We're gonna start off with my life story, right? So for me, man, growing up, I've always been very shy. I broke out of my shyness in high school. But before that, like in middle school, elementary school, I was very shy. I was able to make a few friends at elementary school, and I made one in middle school. After that, I never had friends again. They were all just, classmates or acquaintances, whatever term you want to use. You know what I mean? But growing up for me, man, I was a really good kid. You know what I'm saying? I was a really good kid. I never really got into trouble. Of course, I got into school trouble, but I never got into like in real life trouble. I didn't start getting into in real life trouble until my late teenage years, like 19, 20 type shit. You know what I mean? But I always been a good kid. I never had bad blood with my guardians. You know what I'm saying? They never spanked me ever. None of that shit. You know what I mean? So everything was, smooth sailing. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, right? Everything was smooth sailing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But let me see. I don't want to speak on this though. I want to speak on I guess I can speak on so let me bring this up. I don't like talking about this. This is a sensitive topic for me. But I do want to talk about how I was mistreated in this house. You know what I'm saying? I got mistreated by my siblings, of course. You know what I'm saying? They would try to bully me and shit. Now all of a sudden they want to be my friend and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They feel as if they obligated to benefit off me. But it's like, keep that same energy, folk. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, who do you take me for? You know what I mean? Like, I never seen nothing like it. You know what I mean? You got my guardians, and they're complete on slave control at this moment. You know what I'm saying? But even before, the slavery existed, like you could go back to like even back then when I was like 15, 16, 17, what I wish was, my guardians told me, hey, study for this permit, you know what I'm saying, so you can take driver's ed, all that other shit. Or, help me get a job, you know what I'm saying, because my guardians had connections, you know what I'm saying, they could have helped me get a part-time job and shit. You know what I mean? I just wish they would have been more, engaged and preparing me for adulthood. You know what I'm saying? There was not, you know what I mean? And on top of it, I was neglected without food, you know what I'm saying? And I still am to this day, you know what I mean? But I'm used to it, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much me speaking on my family. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't fuck with my brothers and I don't fuck with my guardians. I just been keeping it real. I'm not gonna really get into, big, family detail about that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give my immediate family a lot of attention, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel as if there is no need to, you know what I mean? I need it because I don't want to make this video too long, but not too short. You know what I'm saying? I'm projecting this to be like an hour and 10, an hour and 20, but it might be shorter. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not going to make it more than a whole hour. It's not going to be 2 hours or whatever, but I'm trying to manage my time wisely. Let's see how long this video ends up being. But I'm pacing myself well. I'm trying to predict the future well. But anyway, but let's dive into more recent memory. You know what I'm saying? Let's dive into my high school years, right? So ninth grade year for me, man. Ninth grade year for me was interesting, you know what I'm saying? Because I was at this private school, right? I feel as if I wasn't getting taught there. They would just give us worksheets and shit. And to be honest, I didn't like the environment. I did not want to be there no more. So I told my guardian. She took me to this all black school, right? It was good at first, you know what I'm saying? But after a while, they started talking shit. I started getting bullied. You know how that story went. Then eventually, I got pulled out of that school, went to another private school, right? That private school was actually pretty decent. But then, you know what I'm saying, I ended up getting assaulted by a girl. And then I told my guardian, and she took me out, and I went back to the old private school. I got bullied again. And then after that, I said, I'm not finna be here no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be at a place where I feel like I'm dodging certain individuals. I'm not finna be at a place where, you know, I don't even feel like eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got bullied to the point where I lost my appetite type shit. Like, I would like, my guardian will pay for, you know what I'm saying? Let's say we get like 2 pieces or a chicken sandwich or some shit. I won't even want to eat it. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad I got bullied there. I mean, it wasn't like bad bullying, but it was like, it's more in lines of the physical part, the physical bullying that made me turn that way. I can handle verbal bullying. Words don't really bother me. It's more of the physical that will bother me. You see what I'm saying? And they didn't like beat my ass or nothing like that, but it was just more in the lines of, you know, they would grab on me, you know what I'm saying, slap me on the ground, whatever, jump me type shit. You know what I'm saying? They will always try to ask me, slap box me and shit like that. Like, at this time, I was not the aggressor I am today. You know what I'm saying? So, in other words, it was like, I was not a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still not a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I've not been in a real fight before in my life, but I feel as if I was to get in a fight, I will hold my own pretty well. But realistically speaking, I do want to get trained, like boxing trained, and fight certain individuals I have static with. You know what I mean? But aside from that, like it just wasn't in me to physically fight. And yet they kept trying me over and over and over again. So it was just, I told my guardian, I said, man, I'm not finna be here no more. I'm not finna be here no more. You see what I'm saying? I'm not finna take this abuse, you know what I'm saying, all that other stuff. I'm going to Lincoln. Oh, that was one of the schools, that was the school I graduated from. I didn't want to say the name, I accidentally said the name, but it's too late, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna edit that out. And she goes, no, it's gonna be too hard for you. It's gonna be too hard for you. You need to stay there and stuff. I'm like, bro, I can't stay here. I got bullied by the students and the teachers. I had teachers that would talk shit to me. You know what I'm saying? So I told my guardians, I said, bro, I'm not gonna be here no more. I want to go to this public school, right? So I said, look, I'm gonna force my way out. I said, I put down my foot. I said, look, I'm forcing my way out of this shit. So what I did was, I told my other guardian, my male guardian, I said, look, I'm going to this public school and we're gonna try it out, see how it works. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, if it's really bad, if I really end up failing, then I'll go back. You know what I'm saying? But I end up doing it, and it worked out well for me. I hold my own. I took the classes that were appropriate for my skill set. I did pretty well. So once I got to this public school, this is when I first started putting myself out there. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, at the private school I was at, there weren't no hoes, there wasn't really no girls there, you know what I'm saying? The girls, they just weren't attractive, they weren't appealing, you know what I mean? So I went to this public school. I said, well, when I get to this public school, I'm gonna kind of put myself out there, you know what I'm saying? I put myself out there to a few, you know, girls or whatever, right? And I got rejected, of course, you know what I'm saying? But it was sort of like, you know, at this time I did not know I was famous. I did not know I was well known. You see what I'm saying? I did not know that. And, you know, you got people that like to feel like they in control of your life, pulling the strings, well, they'll ruin your life, right? So it's like, okay, you know what I mean? It's really like, as a girl, let's say I'm a girl, right? I'm like, man, there's no way I would turn down a nigga with all this fame and potential success. And just to make him feel bad, he gets turned down by women all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's no way, like, if I'm a girl, it's like, I'm not finna I'm not finna just, you know what I mean, just let this opportunity slip. But I've shot my shot at countless girls in high school, and it didn't really work out well. You know what I'm saying? It did not work out well. And granted, at this time, I wasn't the best conversationalist as I am now, but still, it's like I'm popular. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not your average Joe. You see what I'm saying? That's the point is that I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I didn't know I didn't know I was famous. Da da da. But yeah, you know what I mean. But it was okay. You know what I'm saying? I had a good couple in-person connections. You know what I'm saying? I had a few good in-person connections. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the majority of them were guys. You know what I mean? I had a good couple in-person connections, but they all fell out. You know what I mean? So it came to the point where, you know, when lunchtime came or whatever, whatnot, I would just walk around the school alone, or I would sit in the lab and do virtual school because I failed, you know, a few classes. You know what I'm saying? I was like alone type shit. Like I was alone in high school. You know what I mean? I was alone. You know what I mean? And I'm alone now, and I've been alone for years. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to not partying, clubbing, being around people, not having friends. I'm very used to it. But I would say at this juncture in my life, you know what I'm saying? And I say this, you know, like really honestly, you know what I mean? I feel like in this juncture in my life, I'm ready for a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't want to touch on this subject too early, but this is going to be a real like important subject for me to talk about. I might as well touch on it now since I brought it up. You know what I'm saying? This will kill like 10 minutes off the clock. You know what I mean? So I am focused on getting a girlfriend at this point. But and then after this, I'm gonna go back to my life story. But it's like I feel as if I'm ready for one, but I don't know what's going to happen. Like I feel like at this moment, even if like I've been rejected so much times before, you kind of just give up. You know what I mean? And it's like bitches will get mad when I don't approach them, but when I do approach them, they don't come through. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how to really go about that situation. You know what I mean? But I would say y'all already know my current situation. My requirements are pretty much gonna go to the sky. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to get a girl at this down bad time period. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a girl before I get my earnings. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to connect with the girl before I get my earnings. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. So my goal, my standards are going to go up to the sky. You know what I'm saying? To the ceiling, the roof, whatever terminology you want to use. It's going to be like, look, you know what I'm saying? Here's how it's going to be, man. It's going to be like, look, you gotta have more than 100K in your bank. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your own place. You can't have history of being a thought. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be standards like that type of shit. It's gonna be like really, really like big standards once I get my earnings. You know what I mean? Really, I want a girl that has something going for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I do want a girl that has like ideally something going for themselves. You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard for me to kind of find that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's possible to find a girl like that. It's just I want a girl that's like independent type shit. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, what I'm getting at is like I want a girl that can kind of like be stabilized on her own type shit and not need no money from me at all. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? I got all this fame and clout. Girls love that shit. Girls love attention. They love fame, clout, money, all that shit. You know what I mean? I generally want to find a girl that actually, likes me for who I am type shit versus my fame and clout. Like, besides my fame and money, I feel like no girl will want to like be with me. you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, besides my fame and my potential money, I really don't. I'm trying to understand why would a girl want. I don't know if a girl would want to be with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? I got about 5 more minutes left on this subject, and then I'm gonna move off of it. You know what I mean? But this is just, y'all knew this girlfriend subject was gonna come up. Y'all already knew it was gonna come up. You know I gotta talk about these hoes. You know what I mean? But it's really crazy because I tried to win the women over, like legitly. Like my old songs, like off the Rhythm and Poetry album, man, I was trying to win the women over, man. I was talking about fuck these niggas. I'm gonna get a wife one day, X, Y, and Z. You know, girls still not just treat me bad for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, in my most recent mixtape, Keeping It a Being, I had to keep it a being and kind of let the girls know how I truly feel. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's crazy that, you know, the higher ups that pull the strings, that control the slaves, could turn me into, you know, a heartless person. You know what I'm saying? They turn me to a heartless person. And there's a good chance I might not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And I said this in multiple old videos before, like, you know, a serious, you know, goal of mine, you know what I'm saying, is to, you know, a serious goal of mine is to get married one day and have kids, right? That's a serious goal of mine. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people think that goal is, like, you know, very young-minded or not important. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people think I shouldn't be focusing on women right now. A lot of people think I should just continue to do what I'm doing and try to find another gig that could bring me income. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people want me to do. They don't want me to fuck with no women at all. You know what I'm saying? Even the women themselves don't want me to fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, women don't want me to fuck with them, and the guys don't want me to fuck with the women. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really hard. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard. Generally, I don't want to live single for the rest of my life. I have been celibate, abstinent, whatever term you want to use, for 7 fucking months. Since October or September or some shit. During that whole time period, I truly ejaculated 1 fucking time, my nigga. And I forced myself to do that shit. I couldn't even ejaculate anymore after that. You know what I mean? I'm really proud of my dick discipline, you know what I'm saying? Not being able to, you know what I'm saying, go crazy, just say fuck it, download a damn app, save up enough coins, buy a bitch, fuck her, and then kick her ass out like how I used to do. I've been really, you know what I'm saying, controlling myself not to fuck with a prostitute. And it's risky fucking with prostitutes because you can catch an STD. I want to speak for it. I caught 4 of them. You know what I mean? So it's like, I definitely don't want to go through that situation. And of course, the next girl I get with is going to get tested. And you know what I'm saying? It's going to get tested before I even think about having sex with her. But of course, you know, I'm not going, let's say if I do end up coming across, I only got 3 more minutes on the girlfriend subject, then I'm going to move on. You know what I'm saying? You hear it here first, because I know y'all don't like when I talk about women. But I'm telling you this right now. Look, and I need to say this because I feel as if girls, they're going to trap me into getting them pregnant so they could get a bag off me. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how evil these girls could be. So, of course, you know what I'm going to do. I kind of got it planned out, man. I got it planned out. So, what I was thinking about doing was I kind of made songs, like in my song Superstar, I said I want to have sex till I have a spouse. That means I want to have sex till marriage, right? But it's kind of like risky to wait till marriage and then to have sex. The reason being because that girl you have sex with might be bad in bed. You know what I mean? So that's why, you know, it's like you kind of want to, you know, test out the waters and see if she, you know what I mean? Of course, you just don't never know, you know what I mean? It's always good to have sex with a girl before you marry her. I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? That's just coming from a guy's perspective, you know what I mean? I don't know how I'm gonna go about that, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if I'm you know, like I don't know, you know what I'm saying? 2 more minutes on this subject, but I don't know if I don't know how I'm gonna go about it. Like, do I want to put her on birth control, fuck around with her? But guaranteedly speaking though, if I do have sex with a girl, like after me getting my virginity retaken, I know I'm gonna get real attached to her just because that's what happens when I lost my virginity. When I lost my virginity, like the true first time I had sex, I got attached to that girl low key. You know what I'm saying? I was hitting her up all the time. I was, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep fucking her. I was blowing my money on that bitch. I was trying to buy her into being my girlfriend. You know what I mean? But she wasn't having it. You know what I mean? But I was really like in tune to her. Like I really wanted that bitch. You know what I mean? But it's like it is what it is. It's what it ain't. You know what I mean? But to conclude the girlfriend saga, the girlfriend story of the documentary, look, man, you know what I'm saying? Once I get my earnings, my standards is going up, man. If you're a girl out there, if you do have any interest in me, you gotta have something going for yourself. You gotta have a certain amount of money. You gotta have your own place, car. You can't have kids. You gotta be age. Let's see. I should be 24 by my birthday, so you gotta be age. 22 through 22. No, you gotta be age 21 through 26. So you gotta be age 21 through 26 with no kids. You gotta have a good amount of money. You gotta have a good career. You know what I'm saying? Something going for yourself. You know what I'm saying? A good personality. Shit like that. The whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much my standards is what I'm looking for. Once everything breaks and I get, you know, my earnings and all that other shit. But yeah, that's enough of the girlfriend shit. Now back to the topic at hand. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so in high school, you know, obviously y'all pretty much know I barely almost graduated. So I ended up graduating, right? I ended up graduating. Nobody clapped for my ass, right? I wasn't even, that shit actually bothered me low key. I'm like, damn, you gonna come to my graduation but not clap for the kid? But it don't really matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Now, I remember I was walking out the turnstiles, I heard a bitch calling my name and shit like that. But, probably my imagination, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I became a famous body around this time, you know? Anyway, so after that, I ended up getting a job. I ended up getting a job at the Blue Ribbon Cleaners, right? I got terminated from that job. This is, well, after I graduated, I was just sort of chilling, all that other shit. And then my male guardian got me a job at the Blue Ribbon Cleaners. I got that job, right? I got terminated for no fucking reason. I don't know why I got terminated, but they terminated me. Then I got a job at McDonald's. I quit that job because it was too ghetto. You know what I'm saying? It was too ghetto. I didn't like how they was treating me. I said, bro, I don't need this job. I'll find another one. I got a job at Taco Bell. I quit Taco Bell because it was like, man, they took me off the schedule type shit. It was like they wouldn't give me enough days. I quit Taco Bell. After that, I went through a good 2-year hiatus where I couldn't get a job. The next time I got a job was when I was 20 of March. Or 21 of March. Hold on. No, I was 21, I think. I don't fucking know. But I ended up re-getting a job again. And I was at the Dollar Tree. That was a pretty decent job. This was like my first official job because I was there longer than 6 months. You know what I mean? It was cool. You know what I'm saying? It got better towards like the middle end as I was getting ready to leave. You know, and get ready to go to Home Depot because, you know, I got ready to go to Home Depot. And I like Home Depot. Home Depot was my best job just because I had good in-person connections, I feel like. The only problem with Home Depot was the managers. That was the only issue with that job. You know what I'm saying? Because the managers were micromanage everything I do. They was really on my ass. You know what I'm saying? They was really pestering me. You know, telling me, you know, this and that and this and that and this. And it was really on my ass type shit. So I really did not, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? I really did not like that about Home Depot. The only problem with Home Depot was the managers. But other than that, I had no problem with no associate there. I had no beef, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything was cool, man. Then I discovered I got hacked. That's where everything went downhill. I missed one day at work. They took me off the schedule. I said, man, fuck this. All this hacking, this shit ain't worth it. You know what I mean? Then they end up trying to call me to come back. I'm like, man, fuck it, man. This shit don't make sense. You call me 2-3 weeks later to come back. Then when I try to come back, you don't want me to come back. It's just a lot of slavery, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time for this bullshit. But then after that, I came at the Dollar Tree. They didn't even pay me. All that other shit. It's just like complete waste of time. You know what I mean? So I think that summarizes, you know, my life story in like 25 minutes. Kind of quick, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta dive into my music part of this video, you know what I'm saying? We gotta dive into the music part of this video, which I'm saving for last. Obviously, I should have probably did it first, but I'm gonna do it last, obviously. I'm trying to see if there's anything, other life story I need to tell, because I don't want to give out too much attention to the wrong people in this video, you know what I'm saying? This is a pretty serious video. I mean, just growing up, I already explained it to you. I got bullied in high school. I transferred schools. It got better, but I was alone. Nobody wanted to fuck with me type shit. Then I just explained the job situation. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty much it for the life story. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the music. So, here we go, man. I want to talk about when I first started rapping and until now. So when I first started rapping, I was definitely, you know, very immature at it. You know what I'm saying? My first official song was called Ballin'. Made it when I was 14. I was just saying a bunch of random shit that fucking rhymed. And that's what I do now. But actually now I make it more into a story and it flows better, you know what I'm saying? But back then it was just a bunch of random shit. And it didn't have rhythm. You know what I mean? But I made Ballin'. I made Goat. I made Leanin'. I made Midwest Swings. I made Come Up. I made Sellin'. I think, I made Hate. I think I had a total of about like 7 or 8 songs I made at the time period when I was 16, 15, 14, around that age. I had probably about that much songs out. And that's it. You know what I mean? That's pretty much all I had. You know what I mean? Then, you know, I ended up coming back to music when I was 19. I came back to music when I was 19. I began doing a couple freestyles, right? I said, you know what? Let me try and write some shit so it actually sounds better. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really a freestyle rapper. I'm a writer rapper. So I began writing and shit. You know what I'm saying? My first song I wrote when I came back was, I don't even remember actually. I think it was Pioneer maybe. I don't really know. Let me think. Let me take a look at some of my old songs are extinct for a reason. Some of my old songs were extinct because I regret saying something I should not have said, right? But generally speaking, each song you see on my channel is like, okay, those are the only songs you should listen to by me if you are a fan of my music. You know what I mean? But it's sort of lines of, okay, I started making little songs while I was 19 or whatever, 19, 20 years old. Then I got talked out of being hacked by my doctor, and, you know, I went to jail, got out, everything settled down, everything seemed, you know, cool, calm, and collected. Everything seemed like it was normal. So it seemed like I wasn't hacked. So that's the reason why it was like, you know, if I'm not hacked, you know, there's no point in me. If I was thinking the whole time it was just my imagination type shit. I'm not finna make music and do YouTube videos if I have no audience. You know what I mean? That was my mindset. And so I ended up quitting that. And at this time I didn't know I was hacked. This is when my life got extremely better. You know, I ended up getting a job and shit. I ended up networking with, I had in-person connections and shit. Then I discovered I got hacked again. I came back to YouTube, did a few videos, and I said, you know what? I want to come back to rap. So I came back to rap. First song back, Superstar. As I was writing that song, they took me to Appalachia. That first time I went, Well, I tell you that back, because I did go there. I've been to Appalachia 3 times in that cell, in that jail part, the mini jail. I've been there 3 times. So the second time I went was the worst time ever. You know what I'm saying? That place was hell on earth. I got physically assaulted there. I got physically assaulted by some guy, and I thought he was playing at first until he like actually like put his hands on me type shit. And I kind of pushed him because like I don't know what was going on until he actually like touched me type shit. But I could kind of tell he didn't even want to put his hands on me to begin with. I almost socked his ass, and it was more in the lines of like based on, because I got tapped by 3 nurses, right? They was trying to give me this injection shot. Well, they gave me against my will, you know what I'm saying? I got all turned up because I thought I was supposed to get released. I was supposed to get released from this place, right? They lied to me and kept me there. So, you know what I'm saying? I start turning up, I start cussing, I start talking all loud and shit. And as you know, 3 nurses come out like they ready to fight, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at them like, okay, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like I gave them a deal. I was like, look, let's fight one-on-one. And I'm saying, if I win, I get released. If I lose, I'll stay. None of them wanted to fight me. You know what I'm saying? So we just chatting and stuff. I'm like, there's no point of us doing this. You know what I'm saying? So I turn around, walk away. Next thing you know, they all come charging at me. So I turn around, put up my set. You know what I'm saying? And they got stunned by that because, you know, a lot of people think I'm soft and stuff like that. They got stunned when I actually put on my set and let them know I'm actually ready to throw hands, right? Keep in mind, there's 3 of them. So one of them went down low and tackled me. And I didn't know he was going to do some cheap shit like that. I thought we was actually going to, you know, like I thought, you know, we was actually going to fight type shit, like throw hands. But he went down low real quick and kind of tackled me. They all jumped on me and gave me that injection. And after I got that injection, I really felt out of it. I felt I was going to throw up and shit. That shit put me to sleep. And after that, you know, I was talking to, you know, one of the people that I'm like, bro, if I see one of them again, I'm fighting them. They was like, no, if you fight somebody here, you'll go to prison. Even one of the nurses that put their hands on me told me that. I was like, bro, what happens if I hit one of y'all? He said, oh, you'll go to prison. They was trying to use that against me to keep me from like defending myself. You know what I'm saying? They made me look really bad, you know, going up there. You know what I mean? They made me look really, really bad going up there. So I was under the impression like, if I hit somebody, I get sent off. You know what I'm saying? Or they keep me there exponentially longer. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it was one of the lines off. I had to do what I had to do to get out. Like, I didn't care at this point. You know what I'm saying? So that's when that guy came in my room and tried to press me. It was like, I just, you know what I mean? I'm just playing my role to get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? But now at this point, if I do go back, I'm defending myself. I'm not finna take another disrespectful nonsense. If I get physically touched or verbally abused to the disrespectful point of like I need to like check you type shit, if it's between those 2 things, those are the only reason I'll go still off on somebody. But other than that, of course I'm not going to. And if I was to go back, I'm not gonna really talk to nobody like I did the first and second time. I didn't really talk to nobody the first time. The second time I was really vocal. Them bitches was horrible, you know what I'm saying? I tried to network with some of those girls. They didn't know how to have a conversation. The guys was okay, but there was like envy and hating type shit, you know what I mean? So it was like I had to kind of fall back off the guys. So it was like it is what it was. But yeah, I'm getting off topic. Back to the topic at hand. Let's talk about my music. So, you know, I ended up making Superstar, Neutral, you know, a lot of old good classics. 08/23 music video will be coming. You know what I'm saying? All that other shit. So my old songs was basically me trying to play hero and win the women over, and it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work. So I had to change my direction of music. That's why I had to make Keeping It Being. Keeping It Being is like my realest body of work. You know what I'm saying? It's my realest body of work. It's my realest mixtape. That's why I called it what it is. It's good art. You know what I mean? It's me keeping it real based on how I get treated online and in real life. Keeping It Being debunks all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Then after a while, I started trying to play hero again. I started trying to win the women over and shit. Shit still ain't working, you know what I mean? And even to this day, shit ain't working. And I'm actually, you know, beefing with. Well, I'm not beefing with nobody, but I had a certain, you know, a little bit of beef with a rapper or two. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, I'm not finna, you know, go back and forth. Now, my most recent song is kind of like my last official diss track type shit. I'm not gonna do another diss track like that. I ain't gonna lie, Inhumane is a diss track. I'm pretty sure y'all know that. Inhumane is a diss track. You know what I mean? But, you know, aside from that, you know, I'm gonna keep. I got a song called F America and Melody and shit like that. But I did simultaneously. It just in me to this. It can't be helped. You know what I mean? It's just part of me. But I really prefer my new songs over my old songs, especially my newer songs. You know what I'm saying? I really prefer. You know what I'm saying? Like Loving Myself. I had my vocals in the background. I had Lost Another One. Prime. My Story, good lyrical song. If you want to know my favorite song right now, it is Melody. Just because it's my best sounding song. Like, I feel like that's a really, really nice song. I really like that song. Now, My Story is my most lyrical song. It's a good lyrical song. And it's a real, like, it's a good story. Like, it's not like a diss track type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, My Story is like an actual song. You know what I'm saying? So, My Story is like a real song. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that, you know what I mean? I have like real songs on my channel and I have diss tracks. Like Neutral is a real song. My Story is a real song. Let me think. I'm trying to think of real songs. Keeping It Being, that whole mixtape, real songs, you know what I mean? Nah, but you know, I have like different type of songs that have like real like meaning behind it, and then I have songs that are just like diss tracks. You know what I mean? So I have diss track songs and like real meaning songs. You know what I'm saying? Real like meaningful songs. You know what I mean? So it kind of just depends on what mood I'm in and all that other shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you know, it is what it is and it is what it ain't. But, you know, yeah, so I want to talk about the direction of my music. So, the direction of my music is going to be kind of like I gotta get ready to do Clash in music video, right? I gotta get ready to do the Clash in music video. It's gonna be a cool little basic video. It's gonna be a one take video because I actually want to mouth the words. Cause I gotta hold a microphone. I have to hold a microphone, right? So I have to make sure I mouth the words, and it's just gonna be a one take, you know, scene. So it could be all easy. If I do the multiple scenes, my mouth is gonna be off. So I have to be a one take scene with me holding a microphone. I'm gonna get that shit pretty soon, and we're gonna go from there, man. Clash, I feel like is an important song. I do music videos to songs that are important. You know what I mean? Like for example, I got songs Chosen. Chosen, I did a little bit of spin to it. I was talking about how I was really trying to win a woman over, blah 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 blah. Neutral was just like me talking about, you know, how I got be just kind of exposing the women. Mario was me talking about, look, I'm not finna fuck with no sluts or whores, none of that shit. And I'm trying to go on my first date and talking about goals of mine and shit like that. Hook and Ladder was just me talking about what was I talking about? Hook and Ladder. I was just saying shit. No Risk was me talking about no risk, nothing's gonna happen to me. No Doubt was me, you know, telling the women what's up, you know what I'm saying? Telling the girls how I really feel. Never Forfeit was me, you know, just saying shit. Game Over is a nice music video, you know what I'm saying? Game Over is a really nice music video. And then you got My Story. So Clash will be my next music video, you know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to, you know, film it and shit, you know what I mean? But as far as my rapping, I don't know, man. I'm kind of going to base my rapping on, I don't know, man. I guess. I don't know what I'm going to base it off of, man. I definitely don't want to do any more diss tracks. I don't really give a damn about. Of course, I did simultaneously, like I said, but I don't want to do any more diss tracks. So, I don't know what I'm going to really do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll just have to see, man. I'm just going to make music based on how I feel. You know what I mean? I'm just going to base music based on how I feel. And I'll go from there, you know what I'm saying? But, I like it better when I write a song that is, like, meaningful versus a diss track, you know what I'm saying? I don't have all my songs out in front of me right now, but if I could go back and look at it, some of my songs from oldest to newest, I could tell you which songs that were like story like kind of like real fucking songs that apply to me type shit, and then just like plain old diss tracks. You know what I mean? That's why I could kind of tell you. You know what I mean? I don't have my phone out in front of me. I already told you like my story. That song applies completely to me. Yeah, like I said, Neutral and Superstar. Let me think. What else? 0/23 that applies to me. I don't know. I'm trying to think, man. I don't really know, man. I can't. I'm trying to think of some of my old songs. I mean, my newer songs, I remember more than my older songs because I listen to my newer songs more than my older songs. You know what I mean? I don't go back farther than No Doubt. I don't listen to my old songs, man. I feel like I genuinely can't listen to those songs just because that's not the mood right now. You know what I mean? It's not the mood. You know what I'm saying? Based on how I get treated online and in real life, it looks like I might be single for life. You know what I mean? But hopefully I could get a girl before my birthday. That will be, that's actually a low-key goal of mine that I'm going to make happen. You're hearing it here first. I feel like I'm going to make this happen. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm going to try to connect with a girl before my birthday. I think I'm going to make that happen, man. I just got to go to a well-popular area that I know girls will be at. I really don't want to go to the mall, but I'm probably going to have to. You know what I'm saying? That's the best place for me to go. I got to try to win them women back over because a lot of women probably looking at me as this bad guy, right? But it's sort of just like, you know, based on how I get treated online and in real life, it gives you this, you know what I'm saying, outlet. You know, niggas try to turn me into this bad person, you know what I'm saying? And it's really like, you know, I'm really like the nicest, coolest guy you gonna meet. You know what I'm saying? That you can like talk to. You know what I mean? I really did nothing wrong in life. I just get mistreated for no fucking reason. But I do want to say this, man. I got a lot of good songs on the way. I'm gonna get back in my, you know, I'm gonna get back in the lab and do what I do, man. But I need to really try to connect with somebody, and that's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. Besides from that, this is about the end of this video. I do want to speak on this before I end the video off. So, I do want to start normalizing taking 2 to 3 days off a week. So, what today is? Today's Thursday. So I'll say Friday. I'll take off Friday. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be back Saturday, because Saturday I gotta do the music video, The Clashing. Right? I gotta do the music video, The Clashing Saturday. And then I guess I could take off Sunday. And then Monday I get back writing. You know what I mean? I think that looks pretty nice, you know what I'm saying? For me to take off tomorrow, come back Saturday, you know, I gotta do the music video, The Clashing, and then take off Sunday, come back Monday, and then figure out my schedule from there. Like I said, I do music videos to songs that are important, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's 43 minutes long. It's almost an hour, but it's lengthy. You know what I'm saying? So it's something I could deal with. I wanted to make it more. I don't know. I feel like I just talked about everything I need to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing else to really say. I got good ass songs on the way. And, you know, I'm gonna keep doing what I do, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't be stopped. You know what I mean? And I'm just, you know, hoping for the best. But with that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all later.